Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, man. It is game day. It is the division round. This is for all the marbles right now as far as the Cowboys going to the NFC title game. We got to get to the championship game because I feel like a lot of people say that this season will be for naught if the Cowboys don't at least get to next week's game, which is the championship game. Why? Because we have not gotten to that game since '96. So, with that being said, we've been to this game before in the divisional round. Now, last night, the Eagles beat the crap out of the Giants, and, the Giants, again, trying to root for them. They never do us any favors when we need the Giants to do us favors. I thought the Giants was going to come harder in that game. They allowed the Eagles to just score all over them, and they just gave the Eagles and the fan base the confidence and the cockiness that they needed. But it's okay because it don't matter. All the Cowboys got to do is take care of their business and beat the San Francisco 49ers. Now, a little bit about San Francisco. We know that the history behind these two teams, the although they're not division rivals, they're definitely conference rivals, and it's a rich history of playoff games against them back in Detroit Aikman and Jerry Rice days. So, for that being said, now you have a third string quarterback starting for them right now, Brock Purdy. A young guy, very smart guy, has a lot of ability, but what I will say about Brock Purdy is this. Where did he come from? Iowa? When he was in college, he was a gunslinger. He reminds me of like a young Tony Romo, but he's a rookie. You can't come out being a gunslinger in the NFL. Now, one thing that I have to give Shanahan his credit for, Kyle Shanahan has gotten that offense and the way that they play with Brock Purdy to make Brock Purdy look even better than what he is. Do I think that Brock Purdy is going to get better? Do I think that he could be a great quarterback one day? Yes, I believe that. But right now, the way he plays, he's being heavily protected by that scheme that they run. They do a lot of screenplay. They're a very fast offense. They use a lot of the run game, and with their play action and their screenplay, they basically will throw the ball. Say for instance, I looked at the last game they played when they beat Seattle. Brock Purdy dumped the ball off 3 yards. It was considered a pass. So he gets all those yardages. That's why he threw for like 331 yards, 332 yards or whatever. He literally threw the ball 3 yards to Deebo Samuel. He ran for 71. I mean, that yards after catch is crucial with them. So just let me, got a couple of things with Brock Purdy's wins since he started with San Francisco. So after the bye week, the San Francisco 49ers have not lost. So their bye week, I think, was week 9. After week 9, they have not lost, which gave them a 14-3 record. Garoppolo played 3 games after the bye, so that was the win against the Chargers, the win against Arizona, the win against the Saints. Garoppolo gets hurt yet again, because I don't think he's ever played a full season since he's been with San Francisco. I think that's the reason why the team tried to trade him once before. But you look at Brock Purdy's wins, which he hasn't lost yet. He started the Miami game when they were 8-4. He beat Miami 33-17. Then they played Tampa Bay. They won 35-7. Then they played Seattle. They beat them 21-13. Then they played against Washington, beat them 37-20. Then they beat Las Vegas Raiders in overtime to win the game 37-34. And then they ended the season with Arizona again and beat them 38-13. Then in the postseason, they played against Seattle again, beat them 41-23. Now, in that game, if you remember, in the wild card game, they literally were down halfway through the game. Seattle just spit up, and they basically hit a Falcons. They did an Atlanta Falcon move They spit up, threw up, and they allowed San Francisco 49ers to come back. Now, if the Cowboys are up on San Francisco like how Seattle was, they wouldn't be able to come back on the Dallas Cowboys. So if the Cowboys can somehow start the game off strong like they did with Tampa Bay, and basically get a lead, oh hell no, San Francisco not gonna be able to come back. Brock Purdy is not gonna be able to do that. Now, no rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl either. So with that being said, I always say that you can never say never because things change. Cowboys again the underdogs in this game because again everybody's on San Francisco right now because they won all those games. But much respect to San Francisco. Like I've always respected that team, especially when Kyle Shanahan became the leader of that bunch because Kyle Shanahan really got them. And here comes my son. But with that being said, put it on. The Cowboys, in order to control this game, just some keys to victory. Cowboys have to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Their offensive line has to protect Dak, and they also have to create lanes for both Zeke and Tony Pollard. We can't keep running the ball straight up the middle. We got to dump it outside. We have to get creative. We got to shift that line and get things started. You get that running game going, especially with Tony Pollard, it opens up play action for Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott can either run the ball, he can use that RPO. He can, do like that trick play that they did on the goal line where he faked the handoff to the running back and ran it in for a score. If you do those things on offense, you'll definitely win. On the defensive side of the ball, tackle. When their receivers, running backs, their fullback, whoever got the damn ball, when they get the ball, you need to tackle them right there. No yards after catch. Don't allow them to gain 50-something yards like they did against Seattle in the wild card game. Don't allow them to do that. Because if you allow them to do that, it's going to be a long game for the Cowboys defense because they're going to be out there all day and they're going to get gassed. So the defense has to tackle right where they are. We have to get tackles for losses with Christian McCaffrey because he's one of the best running backs in the league. I was a little upset that Carolina got rid of him because I was like, damn, you're going to give him to San Francisco knowing damn well we're going to play San Francisco. But, much respect to Christian McCaffrey, but, you gotta stop him because that boy is dynamic. Limit the explosive plays. When they're in their play action and when they're in their because I told you they do a lot of screens, so you have to be ready for that. I think in this game that they need to make Micah Parsons more a linebacker than an edge rusher because I think that he's going to be more needed playing against this team at the linebacker position. Allow your defensive front to do their job with Jonathan Hankins in the middle and D-Law on the outside and Chauncey Golston and Sam Williams and them. Allow those guys to rush. Preserve Micah Parsons a little bit. Get him on that in that middle section right there with the linebackers on that outside. And when those running backs run through, allow him and Van Der Esch to tackle them right there. That's how you get them stopped without having yards after catch. Make Purdy uncomfortable. They have to literally go out there and make this rookie quarterback because he is a gunslinger. And although he's playing within the system, within Kyle Shanahan's system, if you limit these runs, he's going to have no choice but to run the ball. And he's going to be scampering, running outside the pocket, trying to figure out who to get the ball to, get him down, frustrate him, knock the ball down, get turnovers, get to the ball, apply pressure to get fumbles, apply pressure to get interceptions. You do these things and the Dallas Cowboys will win this game, period. Now, if you don't, if you allow them to run all over you and establish a lead and get some confidence under Purdy, it's going to be a long day for the Cowboys, and then the San Francisco 49ers will win and they will go on to play the Eagles. Now, I want to win this game so bad because I want to see the Cowboys finally get to an NFC title game since the 90s. And I also want to play the Eagles because I'm tired of the Eagles. I want to see them in the championship game because I want to shut them up too. And I know the Cowboys are the team to do that. So with that being said, at this point, only the Dallas Cowboys will hurt the Dallas Cowboys. Play your game. Do what you need to do. Go out there and win. Period. Much respect to the 49ers organization, man. I always had. I'm not one to talk a lot of mess about them because they're a good team and they always have been. But with that being said, man, let's go Cowboys. Let's get this win. Let's get these talking heads to shut their mouths about us so they can't say nothing. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box about this game, man. This is an all-important game. All hands on deck, man. Let's go. Division round. Let's go Cowboys. Game prediction. Let's go. Dallas Cowboys 30. San Francisco 49ers 24. Let's go. How about them Cowboys?